and welcome to the Debrief 3.
Woo! That was quite aggressive.
How are we all doing?
Warm.
I'm very tired. Like,
Yeah,
end
you
of
weren't
year.
well last
No,
week
I
too.
wasn't. So.
Mm.
I haven't been well too. I had a sore throat.
Well, mine's a bit sore today. I'm a bit stuffy.
Mm.
I think it's the AC.
Yeah,
Because you know when you use the AC for the first time, you have to get used to it.
yeah.
And I
It
always-
dries your
dries your
throat,
throat,
and I
yeah.
don't like it very much.
You
Scares
can
me.
get Legionnaire's disease.
I don't want that.
Oh,
What's
Yeah.
that? Doesn't sound
A
good.
disease you get from the AC.
Mm.
I don't know what it's like. I don't think I've had it.
Mm.
just teacher tired.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the year to end.
Oh, yes, please and thank you.
It gets very hot this time of year, so we're done.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Kids are done, we're done, but the year's not done.
And you know what? I'm so done that the penultimate day of school, I'm taking my kids on a school trip.
You're not.
I am. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you.
Where?
Yeah, we're
Don't
going
leave.
down to the castle.
You're bad.
I know, but you know that ties nicely into this episode.
Yeah, it does.
So school trips.
Woo!
Before we start though, who's most likely to?
Oh,
Let's do
Put
this.
the mug down for this.
That's serious.
Okay.
Wait, what do we
Are
do
we gonna
here?
point?
I haven't
Yeah.
decided. We point. I
Yeah.
will point.
I'll say 3,
Do
2,
you want me
1.
to set your mug down?
We should be
Okay,
signs
this-
for first calls.
Oh, we should have held it up.
Emma, go make some signs.
Anna can edit them in.
I can edit them in.
No, that's too.
No.
That would be crazy. Okay. Who's most likely to have the most organized classroom? 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Oh!
For sure. Oh, yeah.
You are organized.
I'm
Oh
not
wow.
organized.
Have
I'm
you
not
seen this
organized.
mess in front of us right now?
I am not one bit organized. I
No.
just know where everything is.
See, it's organized chaos. My room.
I
Whereas
see.
Sarah, your room is like
Yeah, I've gone for minimalist
it's
this
so
year.
minimal. I can't even speak.
Minimalist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's most likely to turn their classroom into a Pinterest masterpiece? 3, 2, 1.
I even know
I
myself.
couldn't even
Sure.
be bothered doing that.
No. It does look good.
I know it
It
does.
does.
And the end result.
The end
does,
result's
yeah.
worth it.
She's got little pyramids hanging from her
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
theme. Okay, who's most likely
Show
to
you.
be caught singing in the corridor?
Oh,
3,
not one of us.
2, 1. Oh.
What am I singing?
I think Sarah, you're quite cheery.
Yeah.
In a corridor.
Yeah.
I'm cheering in the corridor.
I would never be singing in new.
So what do we do? Roll our eyes at each other,
I'd never be singing.
make a passing grunt.
I can't sing, so.
Who's most likely to have a secret stash of biscuits in their drawer? 3, 2, 1.
I do actually.
Oh, you should bring some up next time.
She's the Toblerone in her cupboard if you ever
I
want
like.
one.
How do you not eat it all at once?
I do.
Oh,
Just
you just
keep
replenish.
I'm just stocking up, you know.
Who's most likely to forget what day it is halfway through the term? 3, 2, 1.
It's Friday the 13th today. I didn't
Yes.
realize until I wrote it on the board.
I can't say it until one of my kids said that. Oh, yeah. I didn't even know what day it was because we were off on Monday this week and it threw me off.
I kept thinking we were like a day behind.
I didn't go to my break duty on Wednesday because I didn't realise it was me.
Right enough, yeah.
I did.
I did. Somebody had to get me. That's why I was so late.
I came to football pitch, right?
I was so late. I was like, Hannah, it's you. You know, I was like, you do know.
No, but
You
it was,
know it is you.
it was technically Tuesday.
That's
No,
my
how would you
fault.
know?
I
Yeah.
know.
Okay, who's most likely to? Oh, I said that one. Be the last one out of school on a Friday. 3,
Ooh.
2, 1. What?
Mm,
She's not pointing.
maybe you.
I was torn between one
Yeah.
and 2.
You like to stay later. On a Friday, I'm like, gone. Other days of the week, probably.
Yeah.
Technically, we're always staying
Yeah.
late on a Friday because we're doing this
That's
podcast.
That's a silly question then.
All right, moving on.
All three of us.
Who's most likely to accidentally reply all on an email? 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Tech savvy.
I need to check
What
my
is an email?
email. Electronic mail. That's
What
it
happened
is.
to letters?
I know. We should bring them back.
We should write wee letters and have messengers from the classes to go if I need
Yes.
something.
And with a wax seal.
Oh,
It's
Stamp
getting
it.
all this equipment.
Get it
Throw
this
out the
summer.
budget for
Yeah.
next year.
Who's most likely to drink the most coffee before 9 a.m.? 3, 2, 1. How many coffees before 9 a.m.?
Lucy, I had to give up coffee for a week. It was so hard. So then on Wednesday when I was allowed it, I think I had 3 before 9 o'clock. I was bouncing.
Do you have any after that too?
No.
Okay, so just
Yeah,
before 9, that's
Yeah.
when
I might have 2 before 9.
you... I know, that is a lot.
I don't drink coffee, so I wasn't included in that question.
I drink decaf.
I was left out in that question.
Sorry, we'll go on to the next one. Who's most likely to turn a quick chat in the staff room into a 30-minute conversation?
I wonder.
3, 2, 1. Yes.
I
There
love
you
it.
go, now you're included.
I love chatting.
We know.
Who's most likely to win a game of musical chairs with the class? 3, 2, 1.
I would. I'd push them
You're
off as
the-
well.
Yeah, I can move, child.
Who's most likely to use the most colorful pens to mark work? 3, 2, 1.
I would
think
say,
us too,
yeah, I can
We
adore
love a
all that.
stamp.
Yes.
We love them. Yeah.
Yes, make it visually
Yes,
attractive. Yeah.
I just put the
Lure
score
them
on, that's it.
in.
Lure them in.
Yeah. Like, please read your feedback. I don't need to. If they're stamps, they want to see what stamp they have.
Miss Hannah, is the red stamp good? No, dear.
Red is never good. Who's most likely to be mistaken for a student?
Oh, I wonder who this could be.
3, 2, 1.
You could too, though. You're quite young
Yeah.
looking.
So
So,
you're
Wow.
younger.
I know, I have got mistaken for
Stole.
students.
Yeah. Who's most likely to start dancing when a song comes on in class? 3. It's Hannah.
Me.
Who's most likely to be ready with a pun for every situation?
Ooh.
3,
Comfortable.
2, 1.
Another wee pun.
You're
Who's
so punny.
That was comfortable. Okay.
I can't think of one. Okay, moving on.
That's why I didn't point at you.
Last
You're,
one.
you're pondering for one.
Oh,
Right, next one.
you're so funny.
Oh, there we go. You got one.
Okay, last one. Who's most likely to secretly dream of being a YouTuber or TikToker? 3, 2, 1.
Sometimes I do think I should just give up teaching and do it full time. But
No.
I don't think I'm interesting enough. That's my issue.
No, see, we are. I feel like if we had like.
We need to be dedicated to it though. I need a manager.
Oh,
Okay. Emma, do you want to We're looking off camera because Laura's sister is here.
Yeah. Her reactions are like priceless.
I've got a live audience.
Laugh track in the background.
Okay, first question. How do school trips benefit students?
I love this.
So encouraging.
Good debut.
Most question.
How do school trips benefit students? Are they good for students?
I think it depends on the trip. If it's like we all do trips based on the topics we're doing, so I like that kind of trip because then it's like, oh, they've learned about it in class, but when they go, it becomes a bit more real.
Yeah.
Like when you took yours to Colossi Castle, I'm sure they were like, oh, miss, it's like an actual castle, and
They're
they can
pointing
point out
everything,
bits. Yeah.
Mm.
Like I took mine to ancient Korean, and they were like, oh, miss, this is like the bits we were learning about, and we were learning about like the amphitheater and where to stand and how to project your voice. I was like, yeah, you know.
That's
So
so nice.
those I think
Yeah.
is really good for the visual learners. It is
Mhm.
excellent.
I love a wee day out.
I love a day
Yeah.
out too.
Get them out. Get them out of the classroom.
That's the only class trip I've been on then. Like,
Mm.
the teacher.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I didn't go
We
on
missed
one.
our primary
I missed
one.
the one.
Yeah.
Primary because we so late to go.
Have you been on any placement? No.
I think. Went to dodgeball tournament, but that kind of as a trip.
Aye.
I got
Yeah,
whacked,
when you take the kids out.
you
Yeah.
got whacked in the head with a ball. That was fun. From a kid from another school. I told him off.
Good.
It hurt me. I told him off. And the teacher in their school did nothing.
Of course.
Well, they were already cheating anyway because they brought 8 boys and you're meant to bring 4 boys and 4 girls.
Oh.
And we went on a hike.
Oh,
After the-
That's a different trip. We went on a hike up some
Yeah.
hill. And I just had to listen to no one was complaining at the back. I was like, come on, we're nearly there.
No.
We were not nearly there. But no, I like wee trip.
Yeah.
But then the trip that's fun. We went to the Treaty's farm recently, and it was just fun. And I
Yeah.
was like, do you know what, kids? You just need it. They need a
Yeah.
break. They,
And it was all in one place. You didn't have to, like with the zoo, you have to walk and walk.
yes.
Yeah.
And this one, the animals were well looked after.
They were.
It did look nice to be fair.
And there was a zip line.
I'm raging. I really wanted to go on that zip
Yeah.
line.
Well, there was a queue. It might have been hard to get
Mhm.
on.
No, I would have shot them. There's our
Cool. Okay. What advice would you give to a teacher planning their first school trip?
Don't do it.
Get someone help you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Go
You
first.
helped me, Sarah, with that.
Oh,
Yeah.
100% go first.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And we went on a wee day out.
Yes,
Sarah.
got
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Yeah, we did the whole thing.
The whole trip, yeah.
I auctioned
Yeah.
off that Donkey Kong that we got in the
Oh,
Happy
you mine's
Meal.
on my desk as well.
No, I auctioned it off. One of the kids have it now.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm not giving it to any of my kids. Means too much to me.
All right.
Help someone to do the risk assessment.
Yes.
I always
yeah.
forget something. You know when you hand it in to get the approval, it always comes back with like, this also could happen. And I'm like, it's not going to though. But then I always, you know,
And
you
never
forget
know.
these
Hard to
silly
do,
things.
yeah.
But the one
yeah.
time ago, it could happen. You haven't wrote it down.
It's true. Yeah. You know, you're like, is it going to be a minor cuts or bruises, or is it like death? You know,
The part
like,
that stressed me out in Colossae was the spiral staircase.
Mm.
That always stressed me out. There's people coming down when
As
we
you're
were trying to
trying to
go
get
up.
Yeah.
Oh.
And there was another school there when we were there too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was.
I remember that happened once with me, and I went up to the teachers and I was like, "Right, what are you doing now?" And then
Yeah.
we just changed it. We went
They
in.
were like about to leave. They were
Oh,
leaving when
good.
we just
Yeah.
that was fine.
When I was in grade 1, Annie and I took our 2 classes to the Froggy Park, Media Park.
Froggy Park.
The Froggy Park.
Cute.
Hello.
I didn't know it was called the Froggy
Yeah.
Park. Aw.
And it's like, but there was 3 other Greek schools there, and I just was
Oh
like,
my goodness. I'm so sorry.
3.
yeah, but just I knew as soon as we got there, I was like, oh, this is not going to be a vibe. But like our kid, they played quite well, but you know what it's like, and you have to be like polite to other teachers, like, hi.
Yeah.
You know, the same thing. What are you doing now?
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Hello
you're in
there.
my area.
True.
Move.
My kids come first.
And then you're conscious of you yelling, yo, get off
Mm.
that slide.
I yelled oi the other day. I went, oi!
But also, if you put your kids in groups.
Mm-hmm.
So I've done that once or twice, and every time I do that, because usually I'll be like, okay, make sure you're in this sort of area. But if they're each member who's with you looks after a specific group, it's actually really nice, especially the
Amazing.
more people you
Yeah.
have helping you.
Yeah, because when we went to Graham, I had Graham and Lily.
Sure.
Shout out. And I literally was like, right, as I put my kids in pairs, I let them choose because like if they don't, they're gonna move all day. But we took a little group each, much more manageable than
Mm.
looking
Just
after
running
20
around.
kids. But no, it's good because it's like make sure you can see your adult at all times.
Yeah.
That's what I said to them
Yeah.
at the class. Make sure you see a adult.
for Graham, because he obviously has never taught my kids, and they're so much younger than the kids he did. They were coming out to him, hi, I'm here now, and he was like, why are they touching me? And I was like, no, that's what they do. It was so funny. They're just making sure you're there.
No, it's different with the younger ones as well. Like the older ones, I'm more relaxed because I know
Yeah.
they're less like, well, most of them
We
are
say
less
that.
likely to
Yeah.
do anything silly. Hi, good advice. What's one of your most memorable school trips as a teacher?
I say as a pupil.
Yes.
I really want to tell this story. When I was in primary school.
Yeah, go.
Right, we were, I think it was P7. Was it? No, it was P5. Tell you a lie. P5, and we were doing World War II, and we had to dress up as like World War II people. Evacuees, that's the word. Evacuees, and I really didn't want to dress up because I hate doing things like that. And I got told off for dress.
So what did you wear?
Oh no, I did dress up. I'm telling you, completely lie. I got. Oh. Right, start again.
She doesn't know.
So there was a Victorian thing we had to dress up, and I didn't do it. That's when I got told off. I did dress up as an evacuee. It was painful. Anyway, and we went to this like Manor house in Northern Ireland. It's actually near, not near you, Springwell Manor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Spring
it's
Hill.
Spring Hill, that's what it's called.
Right. I was
Ah.
like, when you're saying Spring Hill.
It's Spring
Yeah,
Hill.
oh, Spring Hill is just
Ah.
down the road from
Oh,
me.
that's what it says. And so we went there in that big house, and they did like this World War II day thing for
Oh,
us.
yeah.
And we went into like all these places.
Mm.
And then this woman came out of nowhere
Yeah.
and like shouted at all of us and screaming, right? And the guy who's hosting it was like, "It's prisoner of war, you have to run after her." So we ran after this woman. And I was like, we were all just so hyper, and we just ran after this woman.
Wow.
There's a ghost.
There's
Yes,
in the
yeah.
house. Because when I've done the tours like an adult,
Oh,
I took my grandparents. I don't know why we took them. And Auntie Olive, she was over. We all went. And then they were like, "This is where the ghost is." And Grandma went, "Good one." And the woman's like, "No." Just like ruined the whole vibe. He was like, "They're not real." I was like,
No, I went with Mom. We were
Yeah.
both like, "Ghost. There's a ghost in here. Where's the ghost?"
Oh.
My one, I've only ever been to Colossi Castle for like so many years. I'd say one time we went, it was threatening to like, it was stormy and everything. And we were sort of like, do we go? Do we not? I was like, bring raincoats, bring umbrellas, whatever. So we went, but because it was like stormy, no one was there. And the rain, it was supposed to thunderstorm all day. The rains held off for the time that we were there. It kind of started spitting, but that was the time when I said, look up at the wall and imagine hot burning oil falling down on you. And the rain was spitting down on them, and they were like, "Wow!" And that was the most. So the weather was quite in my favor then. That was it, really.
Was it prophetic fallacy?
Yes. Yes, that's what you call that? The
When the
figurative language.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
It's like when you're reading it, the
Yeah.
weather portrays. Mine is when I was in England. So the grades, year 6s always go to Conway Activity Centre in North Wales. And they were like, "Oh, I'll take them, you teach us." Me and Jenna and a few others, I don't know people by, but the 4 of us that went, and our assistant head, Brian, went, and Brian was like a lad, like big lad. I think he's dead, he's not. But he like went to with us, and we had to do kayaking, right? And I got into this wee kayak with these kids, and I was like, "Right, let's go." So like we were like counting like so many times, we just kept rolling over. But then we did canoeing, and they were like, "They're so bad at it, we'll put the 2 canoes together." So then we were like halfway out in the middle of
the ocean.
I know, like the ocean. It was not. It was
The Irish Sea.
But I don't even know if it was. It might have been a river. I don't really know. So anyway, middle of it, and these boys that I was with at the back, and one of them was just like this. And I said, "Where's your oar?" And he was like, "Oh, I threw it in there. I got fed up, miss." So he just like threw it in the middle of the sea. So I always remember this trip because it was just so chaotic.
Yeah.
And then we got to the bank. They had to then climb up and then abseil back down. And then we had to get back in the canoe to go back. And I just was like, this is the most chaotic trip. And as we were getting back, his oar was just floating. I was like, "I will take that back." And just continue. But I remember it because it just was so, I was so excited to go.
Wow, that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I went to the Facebook last year. We went to the Liverpool World History Museum.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
So I went, and we didn't really get to see all of it because the kids were like, just running around and like after them. So I said, right, on the weekend, I went to the museum like with one of my friends.
Yeah.
We went and just took it all in. And
Nice.
it's free.
That is. It's
Wow.
really good.
It's so good. Like,
Yeah.
and they had a really good Egyptian part because that's what they were doing.
Yes.
Yesterday was ancient Egypt.
Yeah. It's really good. It's free. I always amaze me. I was like, "Oh, this could charge," but I'm glad they don't.
Yeah.
Please don't.
No,
Yeah.
starting that crap.
So, what's the funniest thing that's ever happened
What else? We ran after a prisoner of war.
on this?
Well, on this Conway trip, after your man lost his oar, so I was to stay in this like building where the girls were sleeping because I was the female teacher, and I went to bed at like 11, and I was like, the girls just don't make any noise, chill, whatever. So I fell asleep, and I woke the next morning, and when I came out, they had trashed the place, and I had slept through it. Like, I mean, there was stuff everywhere. They had like, they didn't do anything bad, but they had like, there's pillows everywhere. There was girls lying outside. One was lying across my door. When I opened the door, she was there like, and apparently they had been banging on my door to get my attention, and they were too scared to come into me. And I was like, "Girl,
And you slept through all that?
through all of it.
Wow.
You should deep sleep.
It's
Well,
not shocking.
As well, when you're a teacher,
Oh,
you
I
sleep
think you're
heavy.
tired.
I was exhausted after that day's canoeing. But it was just.
Took it out of you.
And then the next, we were at breakfast, and then Brian said to me, "Oh, they must have been so well behaved, Hannah. Like, you didn't have to phone me." And I was like, and I was like, I think I slept through the whole thing. He goes, don't worry, don't worry. But I was like, oh,
I know, you're only
I was
human.
first year teacher too.
I
Young and
Oh.
naive. I was actually a lot of responsibility.
Yeah. Aren't there
Yeah.
usually two people put on something like that?
yeah.
Yeah, well, see, the other two girls that were there were TAs. So they were like, the teacher in charge has to stay where the girls are. And then
Oh.
Brian stayed with the boys, and then the other two had their own little bit separate. But they didn't hear any noise either. Oh, okay. But it just makes me laugh
I
every time.
remember we went to a theme park in
Mhm.
England. And I was like, looking back now,
That's so
that
chaotic.
was so chaotic. Did you do that? Right. And I was like, we went from a residential to England. I was
Oh.
P6.
Yeah.
And we went to Yorkshire or something. And I went to a theme park. And we had wee caps on us.
Yeah.
And we were just allowed to
Mm-hmm.
sort of free roam.
Whoa.
Yeah, we were. But the
Wow.
teachers were like scattered. So
Yeah.
like, I don't really know how it worked. I can't really remember, but
Wow.
looking back, I could think about it worse.
Yeah.
And I remember I tripped. But there was like a train track on the park, some train would go
Yeah.
round. I tripped over it. I fell, so I hurt myself. My friend had to go and get the teacher
Because
because
they weren't with you.
they weren't with us. I was just sitting on my own at this theme park in England at age P6.
Yeah.
Grade 5, I was grade 5.
Yeah.
That's very young, yeah.
It's like you sending your kids off. Off you go.
Yeah.
Be
Oh.
fine. No.
Could you imagine?
I know.
No. But like looking
Yeah.
back, I'm like, that was crazy. Like,
Isn't
Yeah.
like, how did they get us all back at the
Yeah.
bus?
Mad.
Oh. Oh, then we red caps. We all wore.
Yeah.
Mad, like.
I don't know if we've had funny school trips here. I think we're always just so stressed.
The funniest thing that happened, I think, when we went to Colossi Castle was when we went to McDonald's after. The kids all ordered ridiculous amounts of food. And then, oh, shocking, someone brought like 30 odd euro or something. And then they would be eating it and then they'd buy 20 chicken nuggets,
Yeah.
right? Wouldn't eat them all. Then they come to me and go, Miss, can you eat them? Because I don't want them anymore. And I go, I mean, it was free, I'll eat it like. But,
That's
so much
crazy.
stuff.
Yeah.
And then they were rammed with sugar. They went to that
Yeah.
play arena.
Oh, that place.
Arena. And I
Yeah.
just was here to go in there because I was like, I'm not going. I went in. I went
Oh,
in.
and it
Right?
stinks.
I
Yeah.
stank of feet. I was like,
Yeah.
no, you're
No.
standing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anything really funny. I mean, we went to the waterfall recently,
Mm-hmm.
and then the funniest thing was me trying to help the kids climb. It's Millimary,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
You know
yeah,
the
yeah.
part where you have to like climb around,
Mm-hmm.
otherwise you fall
Or you
in.
go in and then
Yeah,
go,
yeah. So it was like
Yeah.
trying to help them one by one, and it was
Oh.
it was funny for me because some of the kids were just like, nope, didn't need my help, and then other ones you could see the stress of
Just, yeah.
I'm gonna fall in. It's
Yeah.
like, no, you're not. You'll be fine. But I mean, that's not really funny.
No.
No.
Every time I've been
Show
there,
the
I
stress
just
now.
get
Hilarious.
into the water.
Yeah,
Every time I've been, I just step into it and step out. I'm like, oh, whatever.
yeah.
Is that the
Yeah.
one? I know what
One you
about.
can swim in.
Yeah. No, right.
Freezing down.
It's
got it.
good. You know what you need to do? Go on a hike. A really
And then jump in.
hot
Jump
hike.
in it. Yeah.
Jump in. It feels amazing. Your muscles. Well, last question. If budget or time wasn't an issue,
Oh,
where would you take your class?
Everywhere.
No,
They always,
be specific.
they always joke to me that we should go on a class trip to Northern Ireland. They always say that.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
wonderful.
Can you imagine me checking all them on a
Yeah.
plane? We all got our boarding
I
passes.
know.
We all got our passports.
The idea of going somewhere foreign is lovely, but
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to.
No. Imagine taking all them to Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
Stressed. To be honest, just
Yeah.
shoving them on the farm and like,
Mm.
look around.
I think experiences, the aquarium, planetarium,
Yeah.
like all the museums that you have to pay to let them in. I think
Yes.
do that.
I'd actually
everything.
like if I did grade 5 again with the castles. I'd love to just go to every single like
Yeah.
castle hop
Ooh,
in Cyprus because
yes.
there's so many castles up north, south,
Mm.
all of them. If
Yeah.
you could.
Is there any, see, I like do a World War II sort of trip, but there isn't really anything here for that, is there?
No,
See, and it's because like back home we could have went to places and
yes,
stuff.
yeah, that's true.
I don't know what Cyprus is.
No, this is so random, right? But when we did World War II, we went to when we went up to Yorkshire, right? We went to Eden Camp. Emma, Eden Camp. unreal. So they had like wee huts, right? And every hut was something different from where we, and they, so good. And they had like a blitz hut, and it was pitch dark, and like you'd walk in, and like there'd be all these like figurine mannequin
Ooh,
things.
nice.
Oh, I'll show you pictures. Anyway, that's
No, but that experience days where it's just incredible. But you have to pay for those. The ones that are free or not.
Yeah.
Always the best.
I know.
There was a place that used to be open here. I remember I went when I was helping out before I was a teacher, and it was like you could do all these different activities. There was archery, there was fencing, there was like other things. I don't know, all these different skills. And the archery was pretty cool. Like they gave you a proper bow and arrow. Yeah.
But those, I love those kind of. They're
The
so
place
good for
closed.
kids.
Yeah. Or like
Take them
something that has
paintballing.
yes.
Many of them would just shit.
Teach them survival skills, huh?
Bam. Would just be us, right?
Get them.
I wouldn't do such a thing.
Oh, of course.
You
not.
can't think right now of any child in your class you would like to shoot with a paintball.
No.
Don't believe it.
I'd shoot both of you, but I'd probably just get
Whoa.
shot everywhere.
Too far. I'd be first dead, probably if you did.
No, I wouldn't know how to work it.
Do you know who would be really good at it? Stella.
Oh
Yes. And
yeah.
Katie. I'd be scared of both of them.
No,
Yes,
I'd
yes.
be scared. No, if I shot her, I'd apologize. I'm
I'm
scared.
so sorry.
Sorry.
Well, on that note,
Yeah. Let's go paintballing.
yeah.
I'm really need to go to the toilet here, so let's wrap this up.
Right.
Okay.
Thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Bye.